It seems like it doesn't matter who you are. I mean, no one is invincible, although we like to believe that the people we look up to are superheroes. People passing away always seems to be untimely. I wonder if there's ever a situation where we're able to know when we pass away. How many of you guys would actually want to know the answer? I know I wouldn't want to. I would want to live my life to the fullest every single day. I couldn't live my life in fear. Well, how's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Dalton. Welcome back to a brand new most amazing top 10 video. So yes, I wanted to make this video as a tribute to Kobe Bryant passing away. It really affected me. He was my superhero growing up. I remember always on Christmas Day, it was Shaq versus Kobe. And I did wait a little bit before making this video for a few reasons. One, I wanted to make sure that all the right facts were out because there was a ton of fake news. I mean, there was news reports saying that all of his children died. Two, it really affected me by his sudden death, so I didn't want to make this video when I was still emotional. You guys know that I've been repping the LA t-shirts, the sweaters, the jerseys very often in videos, and I felt a connection with Kobe Bryant because he was a Laker, I'm a Laker fan. I mean, Kobe Bryant was so much more than the game of basketball. Alright, let's get right into this one. This is the top 10 scary times celebrities passed away too soon. Make sure you guys stay tuned to number 1 because I'm talking about Kobe Bryant. And if you guys think I missed anyone, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe I can even make a part 2 of this video. Alright, let's get started. Number 10, we have a Mac Miller. Mac Miller was a 26-year-old American rapper and record producer. He was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he saw his career really take off at the age of 15 years old, after he signed a record deal. In September 2018, he passed away when he was found unresponsive in his Studio City home. He was found by his personal assistant. His assistant performed CPR until the paramedics arrived on the scene. Well, he was declared dead at the scene. The day he passed away, well, he was actually scheduled for a video shoot, and he was set to go on tour the next month. The Los Angeles County Coroner's Office determined that Miller passed away from an accidental drug overdose due to a mixed drug toxicology of fentanyl, cocaine, and alcohol. Coming into number 9, the world is very shocked after the sudden passing of Paul Walker. What seemed like just yesterday, back in 2013, he passed away at the young age of 40. He was a passenger in a single car crash. They were driving a Porsche Carrera GT. The car was going 72 kilometers an hour when it lost control and it crashed into a concrete lamppost and 2 other trees. It burst into flames. Walker's friend Roger Rodas passed away from multiple trauma, while Walker died from the combination effects of trauma and burns. This was during the time of the filming of Furious 7, which came out in 2015. Production had to CGI Walker into the last scenes because he wasn't able to complete it, and also his brother was used as a stunt double to try to complete the film in his honor. The film went on to make over $1.5 billion in just 12 days. Another actor we have on this list that passed away, it was pretty shocking, and we're talking about the Dark Knight star that comes into this list at number 8. Of course, we're talking about the Aussie actor Heath Ledger. Lots would argue and say that Heath played the best Joker of all time. Heath was only 28 years young when he passed away. He just finished up his film The Dark Knight, which made the movie very difficult to watch when it came out. Back in 2008, Heath was found by his housekeeper Teresa Solomon unconscious in his bed. At the time, he lived in a Soho apartment located in Manhattan. Apparently, he had a drug overdose. He had a toxicological analysis, and it concluded that he had the combinations of many drugs that include oxycodone, hydrocodone, diazepam. There was also temazepam, alprazolam, and also doxylamine. Well, this was a result of the abuse of his prescribed medications. A lot of these meds were used for insomnia, anxiety, and also pain. He ended up passing away from a cardiac arrest. His body just couldn't handle it. Number 7, we have the 44-year-old Steve Irwin from Down Under. It's been so crazy what's been going on in Australia. So many animals losing their lives. What is the total count? Like over 1 billion? Absolutely insane. I know for sure Steve Irwin would do anything he can to save as many animals in Australia. Irwin actually died doing what he loves to do. He was killed during a stingray attack. He was actually snorkeling in the Great Barrier Reef, filming shots for Ocean's Deadliest, and for one shot he approached a stingray that attacked him and punctured through his lungs and heart. Moving into number 6, we have the very young Cameron Boyce, the Disney star who was often on TV shows and also movies like Grown Ups, Eagle Eye. He passed away just last year, 2019, at the young age of 20. He actually was supposed to be in a TV show coming out this year, and I'm sure he was scheduled for a lot more TV shows this year in 2020. Last year he was in 3 TV shows, and he's been an actor since 2008, which is an 11-year span. So that's more than half his life. More than half his life is on the screen. He passed away due to complications of epilepsy epilepsy. Even at a young age, he left behind a pretty big legacy that will be remembered forever. Bob Marley is next up on this list at number 5. He was only 36 years young when he passed away, super young. I never knew the story on how he passed away, like I always knew Bob Marley passed away. Well, apparently he had a type of malignant melanoma under his toenail. Bob Marley saw a doctor about it, and they actually advised him to have his toe amputated, but he refused. It was due to religious beliefs. Well, despite what doctors have said, he continued touring around, and ultimately it spread. It spread to his lungs, his brain, and he ended up passing away in a hospital in Miami. Moving into number 4, we have the 22-year-old Aaliyah. She was an American singer and actress who was killed in a plane crash. Apparently her plane was way overbooked. There were too many passengers and equipment on board. Well, there was reports that came out stating that the flight had too much weight for a safe flight. Well, the pilot insisted they lighten the load on the plane, but they refused and they insisted to fly anyways. The plane actually experienced an engine failure on takeoff. Absolutely terrifying. Well, the plane crashed in Abaco Islands, which is located in the Bahamas. Well, let me take you guys back a few years, 2012, where the music world lost a huge voice. So in at number 3, we're talking about Whitney Houston. Days before her death, well, she was described by many as being erratic. She wasn't behaving herself at all. Well, 2 days after a public performance, she was found unconscious in her Beverly Hilton hotel, submerged in the bathtub. When paramedics showed up, they found her unresponsive and they performed CPR, but she was pronounced dead about 25 minutes after they showed up. Her death was caused by drowning, but drugs were found in her body. It was an accidental drowning. Now at number 2, I remember when I was 19 years old when I found out this news. It was about 10 years ago. Found out the news about Michael Jackson. He was all over the news when he passed away, and he passed away while he was in bed at his rented mansion in Holby Hills district of Los Angeles. There were so many theories surrounding his death. The autopsy stated that he died of an acute propofol and also benzodiazepine intoxication. His primary care physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, well, he was actually convicted for killing a Michael Jackson. Imagine being the guy known for killing such a superstar. And he was convicted of killing him by overdosing him with drugs. Well, he was sentenced to 4 years in jail, but he was released just 2 years later. I'm sure a lot of people were furious about that. Finally, number 1, we're talking about Kobe Bryant. He was more than just basketball. It's still shocking to know he passed away. I absolutely cannot believe it. A buddy of mine actually told me, and I didn't believe her when she told me that Kobe Bryant passed away. He just seemed like a guy that was invincible, like he can't die. Kobe Bryant passed away alongside his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, who was a basketball prodigy with the best coach in the world, that being her dad. She for sure had the Mamba mentality and was on her way to the WNBA. Kobe Bryant passed away after his helicopter flew right into the hillside in Calabasas, California. It was a very foggy day and the pilot couldn't see, and he didn't have the appropriate equipment to be flying in the fog, so he literally just flew into the hillside. I'm sure the NBA is going to retire the number 8 and 24 league-wide. I can go on and on about Kobe Bryant. He is a huge inspiration to millions of people. He was my childhood hero. Well, him and also Bruce Lee. I wonder if you guys would want me to make a top 10 Kobe Bryant interesting facts video on this channel if you guys want to learn more about him. If you guys do for some reason, let me know in the comment section below. Well, that's it for me, guys. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next most amazing top 10 video.